Hey everyone, it's me, Laura from the Papered Soul. I'm coming to you to show you my latest journal. It is a design team project for EllsieBeLs BookShelf, and the name of this digital kit is Nature's Music. I've done another one already with this kit, and I wanted to do two to show you how versatile the kit is, and I did it two different colorways. The other one is more like blues and greens and yellows, and it's got a lot of different colors in it, but those are kind of more of the focus. And this is the warmer tone that I decided to do, the warmer colorway. It is a file folder that I've doubled over. I've put Tyvek on there, one signature, and sewn all the way around. And it has, under this little collage section that I made, this is adhered, this ribbon right in here, so it won't get lost. This is stretchy ribbon. So here's the spine, and then of course you have the back, and it's like a little polka dot peachy fabric that I've had from my quilting days. So let's go ahead and get in. This is actually about 8 1/4 by 6, and on the inside, I just basically, on the inside covers, I left it, just put some pretty papers in there that reminded me of nature, and worked with my, the papers worked with what I was, the colors I was going for. This is a pocket. It also flips open for journaling. I've sewn all around that. I have a time card that I used. I actually cut this. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday on another one, and I decoupaged napkin and sewed all around that for a journal spot. I did stamping, ribbons, and textiles throughout. This is like, I turned this into a card, a journal card. It was actually part of her envelope, I think, and that's her pretty journal card. She's got a lot of pretty little cards. And she has quotes in her kit. This is, "May you touch fireflies and stars, dance with fairies, and talk to the moon." That's such a lovely thought. I've done lots of edge punching. I made this little tag, and on the back, I backed it and sewed it, but it's got index card on the back. And then I have my little bingo card because it's just fun. I love my little bingo stamp. There's certain stamps I just really always lean towards. Here's like a little decoupage butterfly that I have kind of coming onto the page. Instead of flying off, he's coming on. And this particular journal, I did a lot the same as my other one. I kind of, formatted the layouts all about the same, but there are, like I said, the different colors, and there are a few little things that are different, but I just enjoyed the elements in the first one so much I wanted to do another one. But that is sewn. Colored that and stamped and colored it. And in here, this flips open. This is one of her tags. And there's another pretty little card. I like the ribbons to show, so I put them in upside down. That's some of her pretty paper. It has a graph paper design on it. Here I did, I layered 2 of my crochet flowers, little 5-petal flowers. I put a button there and sewed it on. There are coral, and it's like a coral in a pink color, which is what I have kind of throughout my journal. And here's like a little tuck, and she had these little ticket elements, and I just added some coffee dye paper. There are coffee dye papers. A lot of most of my tags are backed with coffee dye papers. This is a Rita Donnelly flip. I wanted so badly, because it's such a teeny little pocket. Little Rita Donnelly flip, and I wanted to put a picture of Rita and just stick her in there. Would that not be the cutest thing? But, me not getting, I'd have to get authorization. I can't just be putting her picture in little pockets willy-nilly. I don't know how she'd feel about that. Here's some tickets that I sewed around and backed with coffee dye paper from the kit, and then I added some extra paper for writing in that pocket. Did stenciling. That's another pretty journal tag. A little belly band here with one of her pretty little tags. The earth has music for those who listen. And this is like a little stamped music. This opens up extra paper for journaling. This little journal spot just opens up. It's got a little banner there. It says peace. This says fate. And edge punched all that. And then got this little fold out coffee dye paper. She has these in her kit, and I just stamped music down there. I put a little flower on it. She emulated tape, so I take my my little papers and kind of cut it and make it look like tape and put it on there just for a pop of color. I ruffled this, and I've got a little quote, melodious chirp of crickets and grasshoppers. It's not a quote, it's really just the sounds that I think of nature's music, the sounds they make. And that's how they make their music, was all those little fun little sounds. A little piece of vintage music paper there. I have a teeny tiny little bee stamp, and I sewed around it. And I just made that and put that in that pocket. The woods would be very silent if no birds sang there except those that sang best. That's a quote I added, and I've got a doily there. I've got these doilies in my shop. And then I did some stamping. Vintage paper, lots of journal space. There's journal space under here. I'll show you on the other side in a minute. Joy is when a tiny bird sings a big sweet song. And so on the back of that, you can write on the inside and everything, but on the back of it, you know, is like a little pocket. I decoupaged on some paper. I've got a little tag with ribbons, stenciling, edge punching, journaling space. Listen, punched out butterflies and backed it with a darker color so that you could actually see them and they wouldn't get lost. Their little silhouette wouldn't get lost. Little tag. I've got these in my shop as well. That's a nice little size tag. This is the other part of my time card, and this is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I just decoupaged and, you know, sewed all around that. And then there's a card from her kit. Backed it with coffee dyed paper, sewed around that. This is an envelope, and I put singing birds. And I did seal that envelope up so you can actually put some things in it. It comes off. A bird doesn't sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song, and that's just a little journaling. I sewed around it, and you can just journal in there. And I had got my little stamped bees, and it says, the hum of bees is the voice of the garden. And I've got a little bee here to kind of hold this closed, so you can journal all on there. Extra paper that I've coffee dyed. It got pretty toasted, and I just kind of did a fancy edge on that. And then there's it's this graph paper backed. That's one of our little, I think it's supposed to, like I say, I think that's part of one of the envelopes as well, but I cut it up and used it for journal spots, and here's like a little extra. I love that stamp so much that I wanted to put it in there a couple of times. This is an envelope that I stenciled inside. You can certainly journal all in there, or you could also, you know, if you wanted to, you could seal this up. You could store some things in there. I made a little decoupage tag here, and this is a double tuck. Right there. On the back is a pocket as well. Put some extra paper. This opens up. And then, I don't know, she just has some pretty background papers. And so I was just trying to utilize them once I cut the other elements out. And I guess I was trying to make the smallest tags in town. And so I might have accomplished that. They're kind of small. So they were just too cute. A chorus of frogs, that's another musical sound in nature. This is a pocket. I've got edge punch there, just extra piece of butterfly paper there. Some pattern paper, backed it, more journaling. Oh, and you know what? I think if this will fit, I wanted to put another one of her cards. So I'm gonna tuck that there, more journaling. In my other one, that was for nature's music. I had a frog and some ferns, and so this one I had a garden fairy sticker, and so I just tucked her amongst some fussy cut flowers that were in the kit actually, and I just kind of cut them and colored them up. And I put the musical laughter of garden fairies. So some of the sounds we may hear may be garden fairies. You might mistake it for a little bird twittering, but it might be the little giggle of a garden fairy. And I thought this was so cute. The jelly bean soup flashcards, I thought laugh out loud was appropriate for that. But that was a lot of fun. I've got a tag here that that tucks behind this element. And then I did another bee stamp. I love that stamp. So I did that, and if you want to color that, you can, but you can certainly journal on the back of it. And then, so that's a pocket there. This flips up, and I did some stenciling. You can journal all in there. The whole thing flips open. You can journal all here, and then I've sewn, off to the side, I've sewn paper in here that you can journal as well. So then this comes up, and then this flops down, and the lace helps add weight to it, that helps it, you know, kind of hang. And this says the buzzing of bees. Here's another, this is a flip up also, so you can do some journaling there, and it's a pocket. And I've got like a little banner that I sewed around, and I put humming songs of cicadas. And I've got like a little bird, stamped bird. And this is an envelope, one of her envelopes in the kit, and I did allow it to be what it was supposed to be. Didn't change that one. Have some vintage music paper and another journaling card from her kit. And some dragonfly stamping. I like how she just puts little pops of color in her kit, and then that's where it allows and inspires you to do so much with it and add whatever you want to it. Here's a guest check that I altered, so obviously you can journal on the back, and then I decoupaged on there. I put my little accordion tag that I made before. You can journal all on that, and then on the back is a pocket, and then I have like a little piece of paper in there with a stamped bee on it. So it just tucks in there. You can do some secret journaling. There's more journaling, more tape pieces there. A card, a journal card there, and an extra journaling coffee dyed with a decoupage butterfly. On my butterflies, I'll always put this little cording on it that make their antennas, and I put stickles on it. A fluttering of wings, and then I did stenciling on the inside of that. Here's one of her pretty cards. I stamped my music stamp again, and then I put a little bit of trim on it that was so pretty. I sell this trim in my shop, and I so seldom use it myself, and I wanted to do that. This opens up here, so make sure I'm in frame. So there's extra paper that I tied into that, and so it's stenciled on, and when you flip it back over, you tuck it under the butterfly wing, and then you can just tuck that right here. You can take that out and add more paper if you want to. I do have a tsunami rose that just works so well. The color of it and everything, so it's a little jar. I backed it with index card, and then I have what is that called? I can't even remember. I can't remember what that's called. Prima? Is it a Prima card? Nature's music is never over. Her silences are pauses, not conclusions. I like that. And then I did a little stenciling. That's another journal spot, along with the serving as a pocket for these little cuties. And another little journal card, more space, a little butterfly, washi butterfly down there. Ellie's going to be so proud of me. The last one that I did, I colored one of the flowers, and I put the pattern paper for the tape, but I just left hers natural this time. I wanted to do that. A guest check that I decoupaged on, space for writing. My light is getting low. I don't know if you can see my stenciling there, but this is a pocket. I glued I put a stream of glue right through here, and then all the way down here, so that I formed two other little pockets. I just was messing around, had an extra little scraps on my table, so I just stamped a few things on that little piece of paper, and then sewed on a ruffle ribbon and a little excess lace and button there, and I just thought that was just cute for that little pocket there. And it's an envelope I made, and so that flips open, and here's one of her little cards. You can put other items in there as well. And then on the back here, I took one of her cards and made a spot, a little tuck spot, and then I made a little booklet of extra paper. I just sewed it in and then put a little border spine on that, basically. And there you are. And I signed it, Handmade by Laura, The Papered Soul, 2019. Okie dokie, so that's my journal, and I hope you like it. And I know I had a lot of fun working with her kits. This is burlap under here, by the way, if you're wanting to know, and I backed it with some muslin too. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me, you guys. I hope everyone's doing great. Talk to you soon. Bye.